and welcome to part 2 of FairyLoot January unboxing. I know, it's March, I'm sorry. Okay, so I'm going to get straight into the review of Caraval, the book that was this month, and then I'll go on about everything else. But first, I must apologise. I was swinging in and out of depression lately. I was reading it a lot just to read it, so there were days where I really enjoyed it and days where I just didn't really care. And also, I usually read books within like 2 days at the most, and then when I review them, everything's still fresh in my mind. So yes, I'm sorry that my review isn't going to be the best it could be. I'm definitely going to reread the book when I'm feeling better, because it consists of everything that I enjoy. So I should love it. I should. And I know that if I was feeling better, I would. Oh, and do you like my outfit? I dressed up in my... Well, okay, so it's not my Caraval finest. My Caraval finest would probably be... Why can't I say those words anymore? My Caraval finest would probably actually look something more like this photo, hopefully, from Halloween a couple of years ago. Right, so, summary of the book Caraval. Caraval. I don't know, I'm not American. I've been pronouncing it Caraval. I don't know. Caraval by Stephanie Garber. And this thing has been with me in my big bag to uni. It's been with me to a different country. This poor thing, it's been through stuff. It's a bit ruffled and scrumpled. Caraval is the first book in the series. The main character is Scarlet, and it's about her and her sister Donatella, or Tella, who I think will be the main character in the second book, but that's just me guessing. They live on the conquered Isle of Trisda, that I think their father is a sort of runs, I don't really know, the count, and he's really abusive towards them, and both of them just really want to leave the island. So Caraval itself is like a circusy game, performance, show type of thing, and Tella has been writing to Master Legend, the person who hosts the game thing, Caraval, every year for a while, and he doesn't respond until one day she writes to say goodbye, and he responds with 3 tickets for her, her sister, and this fiancé that she's in an arranged marriage to, in the hopes that he will get her and her sister off the island and away from her dad. So the girls end up on Isla de los Sueños, where Caraval is now permanently hosted, with the help of Julian, a sailor boy that Tella was kind of like, boy, with. So now they're on this island, and Scarlet, I keep saying Scarlet instead of Tella. Tella goes missing, and the objective of the whole game of Caraval is to find Tella for everyone. Now everyone has 5 days, but Scarlet only has 2, because she needs to get back in time to marry her fiancé. And also Julian decides to tag along. So he is like the... He's like the secondary main character, because you spend more time with him than you do Tella, but also the book isn't about him. Oh, also Caraval, it's really exclusive. Like the tickets are like, whoa, really hard to come by, and everyone's like, oh my goodness, it's this amazing place. Definitely should have mentioned that to get summary. So this video, I've decided this review is going to be non-spoilery, but may accidentally spoil some things for you. So, be warned. Okay? Alright. Oh, losing balance. Positives first. Okay, I really enjoyed the writing of the book, because usually when there's a book that's about this mysterious magical place and everything's meant to make you question what's real or not, you kind of end up feeling a little bit disconnected from your characters or the actual story that's happening. It balanced the creative flower description writing well with story writing. It was also really well paced. There's very rarely a chance where you feel like you're lingering in a situation, in something, and it's always twisting and turning, because that's something else. Stephanie Garber has tried to make you, the reader, feel like a player of the game. Other thing that was quite well balanced was the romance in it. There is a romance in this book, but it doesn't feel like it's tacked along there just because it's a young adult book. It doesn't feel like the romance is in the way of the story. It doesn't feel like the story is in the way of the romance. It's so hard. I'm so bad at reviewing. What's the way of putting it? So now my negatives. I haven't got many, and I think some of them are more personal than actual problem with the book. I didn't feel like the magic was that great. It just didn't feel like it was this awe-inspiring thing to me. But maybe those moments of magic was just when I was in a low mood, so it didn't have the same effect. Another is I will always hate it when a main character sees another girl flirting with or talking to or near the love interest character and calls them a slut, or in this case a tart. Just because there is a pretty or too pretty girl talking to the person you like does not mean that you get to call this person an insult. Like, this person is not your property. You do not get to control who they do or do not talk to, and you do not get to reduce who they do or do not talk to nothing. I mean, I know, come on, Rain. You're being a bit serious here. It's a book, but especially young adult books, and you know, when there's something like girl versus girl hatred going on in the world everywhere you look, including the books you read, and the language is just casually thrown about, then I think it does affect things. So yeah, I don't like that. But overall, I did like the book. I did. It was really nice, and it's one that I do want to reread so I can really get the full love for it, because I do think I'd love it if I could experience everything in a better place. I'd recommend this book to anyone who struggled to get through Night Circus, anyone who liked Night Circus but didn't quite feel like they really truly enjoyed reading the book. I'd recommend it to someone who likes to see well done young adult books. I think if you've had enough of the cliches and feeling like you never like the main character, then I think you really like this one. I think it's a solid book. It's a true, like it's like a yes book. Okay, and on to the other things that the books came with, and me talking about it, having a look back on. Right, here we go. First things first, I forgot to put my necklace on for filming. Oh dear. So yes, the necklace from the box was of a rose, and it said that things will become clear to you when you read it. You know, the roses kept appearing throughout, like tattoos, and there was a person called Rosa, and there was you know, like the place was decorated with roses and there were bunches of roses. But roses were consistently throughout the book, but I feel like they lacked a meaning. There was no real reason for them. And I think they gave one, but by the end of the book, it didn't have that meaning that it did in the middle of the book. What? Oh no, come on. Yeah, there were moments of significance for roses, but not that I would summarise. I'd rather have an insignia, I think, of the Caraval thing. I think that feels like it's more... I mean, obviously, you know, that's a much harder necklace to make, is to redo a whole insignia, but yeah, I still like it as a necklace though. So whenever I could, and I was home reading the book, I did burn the candle, and I burnt it a lot. I even burnt it when I wasn't even reading. It's pink, it has a circus thing on it, and it smells really nice. It kind of smells like sugary and sweet, which I really like. Okay, so I'll tell you what the problem is. The problem is the smell kind of stopped after it got like a little way in. You know, I use that quite a bit, the beginning of the candle, it did fill the room up and I could smell it from quite a long way away. And now I have to sort of stick my nose all the way in the pot to be able to smell it. Now, it could just be that the scent oil was only at the wax on the top, and I did something that meant that that wax was no longer there, because this candle was burning happily away on my nightstand here. I was reading, laying down here, and then I go, right, it's time to go to sleep. I'll blow the candle out. I picked it up, I blew it out, and then I went, God, that smells nice. Let me bring it closer to smell. I'm laying down, hot wax dribbles everywhere, just all over me, just tipped it down myself. So I lost like a quarter of the wax. I really enjoyed this candle when it was properly working, and I'm still burning it. So it's called Come Back Yesterday, and it said that this will make sense to you. And I made an error because I was meant to be looking out for that phrase. I heard that phrase when I was dreaming and in another book, Come Back Yesterday. And I can't quite remember whereabouts in the book, Caraval, the phrase was. I know it's by one of the performers. I can't remember. And I'm really annoyed because I wanted to tell you, but I can't remember. So the clues in the letter that we got from the author still mean nothing to me. The only one that does mean kind of something to me is the black heart, but I can't work out why that was there within these words and what the trails mean. Yeah, I don't think I'm smart enough to actually understand what the clues here mean, but other things, I did follow the web address and the instructions to get the free chapter preview, not chapter preview, the free extended preview of the book Jacoby, but the website didn't have anywhere for me to enter a code, and the website also took me to a different website, and either I've missed the time that they had the code there, or there was never a code in the first place, so that's kind of disappointing. I gave the wrong Weasley to my friend who collects figures. I still don't know what I'm going to do about the How to Think Like Sherlock book. For all the books that were recommended on the actual leaflet and the books that, came in little leaflets, I made a Goodreads shelf. It's called Found from FairyLoot.